What's up, Wise Flyers? David here. Today we're talking about the minimum credit score required to be approved for Chase credit cards. So in this video, I'm just going over the personal Chase credit cards and some of the best ones in my opinion. Not every single one, but all of the good ones. I got a lot of this data and information through research. Also, I do a lot of card consultations. So based on what people's credit scores that they told me, and then they applied for the cards and got approved, I keep track of that data as well. So I have a bunch of different data points to work off of to see what the minimum credit score is. They're not the average score, but just the lowest score that I've seen be approved for these Chase credit cards. And one thing I wanted to mention before we get started is that just because your credit score is above this minimum score that I mentioned doesn't mean that you will be approved for these Chase credit cards. There are a bunch of other factors that determine whether or not you'll be approved for these Chase credit cards, such as income, the 524 rule, which means if you've opened 5 cards or more in the past 24 months, you won't be approved for these cards unless you do some sneaky things, which I talk about in other videos, which I'll link to. And the first card on the list is the Chase SAPPHIRE Preferred card. So currently this card is offering a sign-up offer of 60,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points after spending $4,000 in 3 months. Annual fee of $95. You get 2 points per dollar with travel and dining purchases, 1 point per dollar everywhere else. The minimum credit score that you'll need for this card is going to be a 700. I haven't seen anything lower than a 700 be approved, so if you're around a 700, I think that is definitely a good place to go. If you're a little lower, then you may want to go for the no annual fee cards. I'll mention those later. Next card on the list is the Chase SAPPHIRE Reserve card. So this card is offering a sign-up offer of 50,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points after spending $4,000 in 3 months, annual fee of $450, but it does come with a $300 travel statement credit, which is pretty easy to use. It could bring your annual fee down to $150, but you get 3 points per dollar with travel and dining, just like the Chase SAPPHIRE Preferred card, but you're getting 3 points per dollar. Another 2 things that sets this card apart from the Chase SAPPHIRE Preferred card is TSA PreCheck and Global Entry, as well as Priority Pass membership for lounge access at airports. And in my personal opinion, I think it's always better to go for the Chase SAPPHIRE Reserve card over the Chase SAPPHIRE Preferred card. Another thing I wanted to point out is that this is a Visa Infinite card. So what that means is if you get approved for this card, you're going to get a minimum of a $10,000 credit limit. The reason why that's important is because Chase also has a rule where they won't approve you or instantly approve you for any Chase credit cards if your credit limit is more than 50% of your reported income. So for example, if on the credit card application, you're saying that you're making $100,000 a year and you're, let's say between all of your Chase credit cards, whether personal and business, your credit limit is $50,000 between all your Chase credit cards, you won't be approved or instantly approved for any more cards. You'll have to, you'll probably get a pending notification when you sign up for the card, and then you have to call up the reconsideration line and most likely lower the credit limit on any other card. Reason why I mention this is because with the Visa Infinite card with a $10,000 credit limit, it's a really high credit limit, so you want to make sure everything else is in order before applying for this card, because you're going to get an extra $10,000 added to your overall Chase card portfolio. With that said, the minimum credit score for the Chase SAPPHIRE Reserve card is going to be a 720. I haven't seen anything lower be approved for this card, so 720 is the minimum, and they want to see a good and steady income. And one thing about income is when you're applying for Chase credit cards or any credit cards, you could put your household income. So if you're living with other people in your house, you could put the combined income on the application because everyone else's income is contributing towards the house bills, assuming that's the scenario for you. So the higher the income on an application, the higher the chances of approval. And you don't want to lie on this part too. So higher the income, higher chances of approval. And the next card on the list is the Chase Freedom card. So this is a no annual fee card. You could combine these Chase Ultimate Reward points with either SAPPHIRE card that I mentioned before. So earn your points on this card, transfer it over to the SAPPHIRE card. This way you have better flexibility with transfer partners, or if you're going to use it through the travel portal. This card offers 5% back in certain rotating categories every quarter. So this could be a good way to earn extra Chase Ultimate Reward points, assuming you can max out those categories every 3 months. And because this is a no annual fee card, it's going to have a lower requirement for a credit score. So the minimum credit score for this card to be approved is going to be a 650. Also, if you've ever been approved for any Chase credit cards and you don't mind sharing your credit score, put which Chase credit card you've been approved for and your credit score, especially if it was on the lower side. I think it could really help out the community and inspire people who don't have the highest credit score. Next card on the list is the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. So this is another no annual fee card. The offer is 20,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points. Although the offer page will say $200, really it's 20,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points after spending $500 in 3 months. This is a great card to have because it's offering 1.5 points per dollar on every single purchase, and there's no cap there, and like I said, there's no annual fee. So for people just starting out, I think this is the card to go for, especially if you don't want to get confused by which categories are which quarter and where to do your spending and stuff like that. It's just a simple 1.5 points per dollar on every purchase. And for the minimum credit score for this card, I found it to be a 660. So the Chase Freedom I found as low as 650. This one 660. I haven't seen it any lower than 660. So I think this card may be a little harder slightly to get, but nonetheless, if you are going for these Chase credit cards and your score isn't at 700 yet, I recommend either the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Chase Freedom card. So those cover the Chase Ultimate Reward point earning cards. Let's go over the co-branded cards. First one on the list is going to be the Chase Southwest Rapid Rewards Plus card. So this card has a annual fee of $69. And the good news is that it has a really low credit score to be approved. So I've seen as low as 630 with this card, which is great for people just starting out with credit cards and low credit histories. So this is a good card to get, although it's not the best Southwest card in my opinion because it doesn't offer as many benefits. There's also a 3% foreign transaction fee on this card. I do think if you're just starting out, especially if you want to go for the Southwest Companion Pass, this is a good card to start out with. Next is the Southwest Rapid Rewards Premier card. So this card requires a little bit of a higher credit score to be approved for. Minimum credit score to be approved for with this card I found to be a 670. So if your score is a little higher and you want some more benefits with Southwest, such as a 6,000 point credit every year that you pay that annual fee, as well as 2 points per dollar anytime you're going to spend on Southwest, then this would be a good card to get. And the next Southwest card on the list is going to be the Chase Southwest Rapid Rewards Priority card. So this is actually my favorite Southwest card out of all three. A lot more perks and benefits compared to the other two. So the annual fee is $149, which means that the minimum credit score is going to be a little higher, some higher minimum requirements, but the benefits you get with this card are well worth the higher annual fee. And if your credit score is high enough to be approved for this card and you can make use of all these Southwest benefits, definitely this is the card to go for. I really like the $75 Southwest statement credit you get every year, as well as the 7,500 Southwest Rapid Reward points statement credit. Just between those two benefits right there, you're pretty much making up that annual fee. And relative to the Southwest credit cards, this would be considered the premium version of the Southwest credit cards, or premium-er version. So the minimum credit score for this card is going to be a 690 or higher. So it's going to require a little bit more of a higher credit score, a little bit higher of an income as well. And the next card on the list, another airline card, is going to be the Chase United Explorer card. This card currently offering a sign-up offer of 40,000 miles. But I recommend waiting, depending on when you're watching this video, waiting until it's at least 50,000 or 60,000 mile sign-up offer. A couple of things I like about this card are the the free check bags you get, so $30 per bag per way per person. So with a companion, if you're traveling, you could save money there, especially if you're flying United. The United Club Airport Lounge access, you get 2 passes per year. The annual fee is $95, and also you're going to get TSA PreCheck Global Entry. So a bunch of perks with this card. The minimum credit score required for this one, from what I found, to be a 660, but usually it's a little higher, but there, like I said, there are other factors that come into play, but it's very rare that I've seen it as low as 660. For the most part, it's closer to 700, like usually 690 or above is what I've seen mostly be approved for this card. Also guys, I know I'm mentioning a bunch of different credit scores here required for these cards. If you're curious what my personal credit score is, I share that. I show exactly what my credit score is. I'll give more information on that later on in the video. Next card on the list is a hotel card, and actually my favorite hotel brands out of all of them. It's going to be the Chase World of Hyatt card. So this card currently offering a sign-up offer of 50,000 points, annual fee of $95, comes with a bunch of benefits. One of my favorite ones is the anniversary award night, which you could get at any Hyatt hotel category 4 or less. The reason why Hyatt is my favorite is because it's so easy to get value out of Hyatt award stays. So recently, just got back from Hawaii. I stayed at the Grand Hyatt Kauai, which was amazing. I was able to get a $500 a night room for only 25,000 points per night. So I didn't have to pay any other resort fees or anything like that. It was great, bunch of pools, everything that a 6-year-old would love, because I went with my 6-year-old daughter and my 1-year-old and my wife. So, you know, we were all playing in the pool and stuff all day. So Hyatt is my favorite by far. And I'm gonna be honest, I've seen this card deny a bunch of people. You know, I'm not really sure why, even with like decent credit scores. So this Chase World of Hyatt card, I think it has a higher standard than most cards. I haven't seen anybody be approved for this card lower than 700. So 700 is the minimum credit score that I've seen for this card. I'm not really sure why. Maybe I don't have too much data to go off of, but personally, what I've seen with multiple people applying for this card, it's been 700. The next hotel card is going to be the Chase IHG Club Rewards Premier card. So this card offers really high sign-up offers. What I like about this card is, just like the Hyatt card, it offers an anniversary award night. So I have this card as well as the Hyatt card. So between them, I'm able to get a few anniversary award nights per year. Annual fee is $89 with this card. Besides the anniversary award night, I'm going to be honest, I don't really see any other benefit to this card, but I think it is worth paying that $89. And I don't think this card is as valuable as the Hyatt card, so not really sure if that's a reason why it's easier to get approved for this card compared to the Hyatt card. So I've seen credit scores as low as 670 be approved for this card. Next card is the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. So currently offering a 6-figure sign-up offer of 100,000 Marriott points after spending 5,000 in 3 months, annual fee of $95. This card comes with elite status, silver elite status, and it comes with some other benefits too if you're able to stay at Marriott and take advantage of these benefits. And the lowest credit score that I've seen be approved for this card has been a 670. And the next Marriott card on the list is going to be the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Bold card. No annual fee, no foreign transaction fees, a couple of multipliers, which I don't think is really worth it. So this is an okay card, kind of bottom of the barrel, and because it is a no annual fee card, it's going to be a little easier to be approved for. According to my research, I've seen scores as low as 655 be approved for this card. So that's kind of the way it works. No annual fee cards, I guess because they offer less benefits, they're always going to have a lower minimum credit score compared to the higher premium annual fee cards. And if you are curious what my personal credit score is, you could click this link right over here. I share exactly what my credit score is in this video over here. And if you want to learn some more Chase credit card approval tips, click this link down here, and I'll see you in the next video.